We are doing a little unboxing here. I ordered some focus rings from Tilta, and I recently got the Smallrig. There's two names. It's like 3310 and F40, I think. I'm running a second camera on the side here so you can see it in frame, so whatever. So this is the Smallrig follow focus. It came with an adjustable focus gear, but it's clunky and it snags on everything, and I hate it. So I've been looking at different solutions. Let's see what's in the bag here. Okay. So I have a whole bunch of them here. And what I'm doing is I'm fitting my Nikkor AI lenses. I have the 35 2.8s, 51.4, 85 f2, and the 135 2.8s. Also, I have my Nikon mounts Sigma EX 7200. So I rigged this up with my Smallrig cage. I have a lens support, so I usually have it sit under here. Sometimes I'll put it on the long end just because this thing is so heavy compared to the S5. And let me know if the autofocus is working. I'm using the Sigma 45 2.8. I got that free with my S5 when I ordered it, and it seems to do a pretty good job. I'm using the Lumix sync app here. The little box, tap that on my face, and we're hoping that it's gonna keep me in focus. Let's take a look at what we have here. So when you order these, there's no guideline on which one to buy. It says the size, like for example, this one is 88 to 90 millimeters, and you have to basically measure it yourself. So you can get a tape measure like you'd use for like, what's the word? Like a seamstress or a tailor. So you can wrap it around your focus thread here. You just measure it that way and then divide it by pi to get the diameter. And then you should get the right size. I'm hoping we did get the right size. Starting with the 70 to 200, I have an 88 to 90 mil thread for the focus ring. And let's hope this thing fits. Because I don't think once you rip these things open, it's a real returnable kind of item. Okay, so, you can see the size of that there. Let's just get a nice close up on these teeth. So my B cam is the Lumix G85, and I'm using the Sigma 16 1.4. They say it just slides over the top and fits. This looks a little bit on the small side here. So let's see how this goes. I actually bought two of them, just in case the rings were a bit too narrow going this way. I wanted to make sure that when I'm reattaching my follow focus, I'm not going to miss it in the dark. Okay, so 81 to 83. Let's give this a shot. Guess there's no graceful way to open these things. Oh, and do the Jared Polin Frono's photo test. Smells like regular rubber. It doesn't have that super toxic chemical smell. So when you're ordering Chinese knockoff products, which I often do, they're gonna smell sometimes, so take note of that if you're sensitive to chemicals and stuff. Okay, so let's try the zoom ring. A little bit more snug. I don't know if this one's gonna fit. That one's really tight. On some forums, they'll say heat it up with a heat gun or with a hairdryer first to expand the rubber. So it's fitting. But on this zoom ring, it seems to be a bit thicker in the middle, but this is on. So you can just kind of play around with that and see where it sits best for you. All right, next one. Okay, so this is the Nikkor 35 2.8 and the 62.5 to 64.5 millimeter gear ring. I have a step-up ring on here, so let's take that off for a second. And will it fit? Yeah, that seems pretty good. So it does still sit above all the distance markings, and you can just tweak this to however you need it. Yeah, overall, I think that's a great fit right there. These AI lenses, they have the 52 millimeter ring on it. So I just get the cheap Amazon step-up rings and use my 58's ND filter on those. The 85 This one was kind of on the line between two sizes. Pardon my allergies, it's springtime out here. Cedars are just killing me. I have a Viltrox speed booster sitting on the bottom of this one. I'm in the process of switching over to L-mount completely, but it costs a fortune, so it's gonna be a while. So it's a bit smaller in size. I might have to get some gap tape. Oh yeah, this one's too big. So I'll show you on this over here, you can see this gap, a huge gap. We have the 50 here. So we're using a 66 to 68 mil. And what's different about this one is this one has the textured ring. So there's these little gaps. So I'm hoping that's gonna sit nicely on there. So an alternative to this is going on focusgears.com, and there's our pre-measured and matched up for specific lenses. However, those ones are about $40 Canadian each. If you get the Cine adapter with that, it's I think 90 bucks each. And that's a little more than I want to spend on a little gear. So this one does fit. The focus markings kind of get covered up a little bit on the one side with feet. So I'll just show you this corner here. So as I push this on, it does cover the feet symbol there. Or if you just back it off a little bit, you can have it just on the edge. So we're gonna test that with the follow focus later on. This is 135 2.8. I got this one on eBay. Cool thing about it, it has this telescopic hood that's built in. And it's all metal, it's nice. But I always use ND filters, so I never use that. Okay, so this one we have a 72 to 74 left over here, and that's all I got left, so it has to be this one. I did purchase two of these ones, just because it's a bit wider of a focus ring here. So it seems to be pretty good. The ring on this one's super slow. I have to just like work this around for a while, I think. So out of all of these, we have the 135, fits great. We have the 50, it's pretty good, it'll work. Could be better, but the ring is very thin on there. And then the 85, humongous gap. I'd have to go one size smaller. I'm super bummed about that. The 35, perfect fit on that one. Super happy. One thing you will see with these older lenses is that as you turn the ring, I'll show you with the focus distance here, it does move farther away and it does get closer as you turn the ring. So that's why I bought double rings for some of these lenses, because I'm worried about as you focus if it's gonna actually fall off the gear because it's moving out. And with the 70 to 200, zoom ring's a bit on the tight side, but the main focus ring seems to be a good fit. I will add the second ring to that one as well. I ordered a Lumix 24 to 105. I haven't measured that yet, but I'll let you guys know which size it's gonna be for that one. But overall, the Tilta rings, they seem to work, and I will show you some B-roll of it connecting to the follow focus on the S5. I'm just gonna spin around the G85 and we'll just see how that goes. Okay, so we went over how these all fit together and how they don't. So if you have a Nikkor AI, which one is it? 85 f2, use the 61 millimeter Tilta ring. This other one is just a little bit too big. Don't use these, this sucks. It never gets quite tight enough, and extra hangy bit here, no good. The follow focus, is it worth it? I think yes. I got this on the pre-order for 94 Canadian dollars, so that's pretty good. There's a little bit of play in the handle, so like if I pin the gear, you can kind of see that jiggle there. But you'll just get used to that. You could easily spend $500 or $1,000 on one of these things. If you're like me and you're just doing local videography, YouTube, weddings, things like that, this will do it. Like, you don't need to spend that much. Otherwise, use autofocus, but not with Lumix. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. It's fine most of the time. Most of the time. So that's it for this video. I'll put some links on everything that I used to put this together, and we'll see you next time. This is not on my usual channel. My usual channel is a cooking channel. This is gonna be all my gear and video nerd stuff. This is also my music channel from stuff from like 10 years ago. If you want to hear my terrible singing, you can check that out too. See you next time.